So it's a beautiful Thursday night. We had a beautiful day in the market. Let's do a quick recap and see how things went, so we can see how things are going. I got my Stella. I got my Jameson. And the police got somebody. But yeah, moving forward. Alright, so I like to look at a couple of different time frames personally, and I like to work my way down. So we're gonna start with the 1 hour because we all experience today, right? I'm gonna take out the daily SMAs. So as of right now, the only thing I have right now on the charts is VWAP, so we're gonna take that out. And so I got nothing. Actually, I'm gonna, so this right here is the power 3 candles, and this time frame is actually based off, it's either the 1 hour or the 4 hour, but looking at this, it looks like it's more on the 4 hour. Yeah, so this is the 4 hour candles, just so I can look at the bigger time frame on the same chart while I'm looking at the smaller time frame. But just to avoid any confusion, we're going to turn that off as well. But this is a good one to have on the chart. That's HTF overlay power of 3 candle. And then the beautiful thing about this is that you can double tap on it and you can actually change it. So I'm on the 4 hour, but I can change it to the 1 hour, and now each candle represents 1 hour. So this gives me a better description of how today's volume, traffic, flow went, right? And I can even change the number of candles. I like to keep it around 30 candles, so it doesn't clog up the screen too much, but it still gives you a bigger picture. So you're not just, because right now, like this is the 2 minute chart. So normally I trade on the 2 minute, and as we can see, market opened. We have a little bit of a pop, but at the same time, I don't want to just have my blinders on to looking at this. So at the same time, while I'm looking at this, I can look at this. And see, and this is giving me an indicator that I'm not on the 1 hour, I'm on the 1 day. So let's double tap it again and go to the 1 hour. Beautiful. You see? So that's a better description, or a better understanding on what I'm looking at. A little bit more of a bigger picture. So we'll just turn that off. And I'm going to go to the 1 hour. Now, here's the beautifulness, right? Yes, I said beautifulness. Is that looking at this 2 minute chart, like we see all of these fucking lines, and you're like, holy shit, there's so many fucking lines here. Like, how do you read a chart? Yeah, but if you jump into the 1 hour, notice all those fucking lines disappeared. And now it's only the lines that I deemed significant for a larger time frame that appears. You figure out how you're going to do that. I'm not going to tell you that now. But we're going to continue moving forward. And as we can see, this movement from today, we had a lot of bear flags. A lot. So I indicated 3 big ones, and this is where I took my positions from. I took one here on this bear flag, there's another bear flag here. That's 2. And then there was 2 other short-term bear flags. I took one here. Well, I didn't take this one. I think I took this one. But if we wind down to the 15-minute, you'll see it. But I'm not going to do it yet. And then I have another bear flag over here around 9 o'clock this morning. Oh, that 9 o'clock bear flag, that made me some decent chicken. Not as much as I could have made, but it made me some decent chicken. All right, let's go back. Let's go into the 15-minute real quick. Look at this fucking bear flag. You see that shit? That was from 9:30 open, and then we bounced up to the previous day lows and the Monday lows. So we had the Monday lows, the Tuesday lows, and the Wednesday's lows. And look what happened at the open. It bounced up right to the fucking lows, and then it rejected, and then proceeded to just sell off into the fucking 25,020s. Actually 25,000s. But I digress. Let's do our top-down analysis. So let's go to the 4-hour. So in the morning, I follow like this dude named Vince, who's pretty good at his chart reading. So this is where so first I do my own analyzation of the charts and just checking out which levels that I see as major, and then I make sure that I cut out some time so that I can watch him live to see if he's giving me the confirmation that he sees the same things that I see, or even sometimes he might see something that I don't see. Right? Un momento, por favor. So this zone, which I definitely had highlighted, he called his golden zone. So I highlighted it as yellow just for that confirmation that it's a golden zone. But as you can see, even here in the 4-hour, we can see that this was a major high, just as much as this right here. This 24,978 to 24,500 is a major high, which is exactly where it came down to. So even if we would have came down over here and did a beautiful, remember we're in the 4-hour, and we did a beautiful, nice little ding ding. Right? As you can see, that's exactly where this nice little drop went to the lows of today. Right? Now, why am I saying this? And then not only that, but what are these 3 nice little solid black lines in between the golden zone and this 25,000 zone that I just generated? Right? And then we'll keep that in mind, number 1. Secondly, what we'll keep in mind are the highs and lows of this week. And thirdly, we're going to anticipate or project or actually react if we actually break these lows. But before we do that, or break the highs of this golden zone, and also before we do that, I also like to draw a little bit of trend lines. As you can see what I did with the bear flag. I like those trend lines. Right? So don't let this confuse you. But we're going to draw a trend line. It looks like maybe from here, we're going to attach this, like these lows right there. Let's see how that looks. This is just rough. Right? You see, I'm touching the bottom here, but I'm skipping here, and I'm going straight to here. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to move this straight to here, zoom in, still staying on the 4-hour, and refine it. Refine it right there. Okay. Now I just want to put a notification there, just in case. Not saying that this is significant, but I'm just saying I just potentially want to see what's going to happen if it comes to this area. All right, so now this is the 4-hour. So I just did my quick analysis from there. Number 1, if we're going to draw anything, if we are going to be long in a market like this, then we're only going to be long if it breaks past this golden this golden area right here, right? So then that means that we have to get past this high, get past this high, get past this high. That's the only way I can actually feel a little bit comfortable taking any kind of longs here. Would be something like this, and this is rough, but something like this as we're looking at this chart on the 4 hour, right? All right, so we got a nice 2-to-1 trade, and then to the short side, just based off of this trend line, I would love to see it break this 24.8 area. So then the trade to the downside, and this is more of a long-term trade. So once I get into the short-term trades, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more and refine or even add to these trades. But it'll look something like this. Boom. See, that's more like a 1-to-1 right here. Yeah, you see? Risk reward 1.05. So that'll be cool, but I would love this. See, that's like a 3-to-1 right there. So we're just gonna keep that there on the chart, and now we're gonna go from the 4 hour. We'll look at the 1 hour, and in this 1 hour, we'll start to look a little bit more into like what happened, the activity that happened like today, and for the duration of the week. So I have this short-term line right here, as you can see, it goes from boom, boom to boom, boom, right? Because that's that Monday low, which is that Tuesday low, which is that Wednesday low, which is what we broke this morning on this bear flag, and with a little bit of retest around between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. So I mean, normally, ideally, this would be the zone that we would like to get a retest to. But because we have like this high, this whole golden pocket, I will probably be looking to get a retest into this golden pocket before looking for a short. Hence why my entry to the long side is somewhere around here. So that would mean my entry to the downside will be somewhere around there as well. So that's on the 1 hour. So we're definitely looking at these Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesday lows to look to see if we're going to get any type of rejection on there. So we're going to refine this long to be at that zone. And we're also going to refine a short to be at that same exact zone. Now, a target of that zone would probably be right here or right here. I probably feel more comfortable just taking a little target right there, which was the pre-market lows of this Tuesday, November 4th. And then my stop, being that my entry would be right there looking for a rejection. It will probably be more of a retest and rejection. And then my stop will be something like this. Alright, so now this trade has a bigger risk to reward ratio. We're looking at a 3.81. And my stop actually being, let's move it up just to here. Alright, 3.381. So let's just call that a 3-to-1 trade. Once I zoom in, I'm going to refine my stop. But it looks like my stop is going to be actually more of the 25.550s. Still making that a decent trade, a 2.75 trade. So with that said, I still haven't refined this trade to the long side. Let's see what we can find. All right, so we went from the 4 hour. I saw this long based off the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's lows. I zoomed into the 1 hour. I see a short. Same thing. If I see a long, then that long is going to be refined to about right about here, the 25,650s. And then my stop. So this would mean that I'd be looking for a break above, a retest, and a continuation. That's the only way that this trade right here can be valid. I would have to see a retest, because right now it seems like we pretty much want to come down to this trend line right here. So until we come and touch this trend line, I'm feeling more confident that there's still some more downside. The only way that I can change that thesis is if we break above this Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday lows. So until then, either you're going to show me some downside, or you're going to give me a break and a retest to go back to the upside. So with that said, sometimes I hate when sometimes I hate when, where is it? You see, I'm not even sure how to take the brush off, because I'm so used to using my tablet and my phone. Bom, 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 bom. Oh, there we go. Haven't done it in a while. So it'll be something like this to the upside. Okay, so now we're refining the trade. And yeah, I mean, I know the market's open at 6:15. I haven't taken a trade yet. There's a reason for that, because I'm trying to allow for this new bear flag to fucking form. If we look here, listen, all we've been having is bear flags. I don't know if you've been watching this market the way I've been watching this market, but this was like around, this was Wednesday night. I remember like around 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, perfect, right here, 2 o'clock in the morning. Caught this quick bear flag. And then once I saw it break this to the upside, this support line to the upside, I said, all right, that's a no trade, right? And then notice that, another bear flag to the downside. And then look at that. Boom. Bear flag to the downside. Even though, you know what's crazy? Now that I'm looking at it, we have a beautiful bear flag right here. I didn't take advantage of this at all, because I was sleeping. I was straight sleeping. I didn't wake up until like about 4:45. Yeah, so for this I was sleeping. But look at this beauty right here. Look at this. So you have the bear flag. You have the rejection here at the 25,700 area, and clean. And this is the 5-minute candle. So within 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes, it went from 25,670 down to 25,530. That's like 145 points right there. Nice and easy. Easy. So then I thought I saw a flag here, which came down for a few candles, but it came with a double top. All right, so then I just kind of left it alone. And then eventually you got the double top, right? You got that top, And then you got that top, and I drew this as another bear flag, thinking that this was too much of a short-term bear flag. Let me extend it, since we had these little bottoms right here, giving me this rejection. And I think that this went right into the open. Yes, this was from 810. So I even calculated, if I would have just held this on one micro from here to down here on one micro, it would have given me $1,000. Actually, a little bit more. I think let's see. So let's say my stop would have been here. My entry would have been here. And then my target would have been 25,000. Right here. Look at that. $1,000 on one micro. On one micro. That's that impressive shit right there. And on my personal account, so I trade, who the fuck am I trading with now? Yeah, so I'm trading with a couple of prop firms, my personal account. On my personal account today, I made 300, and I have a Take Profit Pro account. I made on a Take Profit account? Not much. I think maybe I made like $150. And then I have 2 Apex accounts. I made 260 and like another like 100 and something dollars. I think 260 and like 180 or some shit. And I got 2 Bullinox accounts. I made like not much. I took a couple of micro trades on those. I made like $80 and like $60 or some shit, which I'm cool with, because my whole goal, like with those accounts, is just to grow them slow. And then I got a couple of evals. I made like 450. What I made on those evals, whatever the case is. Actually, it's right here. It's right here. Yeah, so we can't see it now, but all right. So these my funded future accounts were down. I think I made like $20 on them just to get them up. So they're only up like 9,000. These are 2 funded Bullinox accounts. Those are up a couple of hundred. My Take Profit Pro account, it was down from yesterday. I took an L. I got that up, so that's almost break even. Oh yeah, there you go. My PA Apex account is up 213. My other PA is up 600, and then I got a couple of Take Profit evals that I'm trading as well. So I got a bunch of fucking accounts that I'm just trying to get up right now. So I'm trading a shitload of accounts at the same time. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so alright, so this is on paper trading, which is good because we can cross that out. Alright, let's log in to one of my accounts. Oh, I guess not there. Am I already here? Okay, here I am. I'm on my Take Profit account here. And this is actually being copy traded already, so there's no trades that I really want to take right now. We'll stay on this with the paper account. I don't want to just click a button randomly and do some dumb shit. So let's go back to our top-down analysis. All right, so we're still on the NQ. We went down to the 1 hour. I have 3 trades set up so far. 1, 2, 3. That's like the biggest trade right there. Let's see if it breaks this trend line. And we already see that we're looking for a break between the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday lows. Right now we have a bear flag potentially forming. But if it breaks this gray zone right here, probably like 24,976, I might be interested to take a short. As of right now, not looking to take anything. Let's go down to the 30-minute. Actually, I don't need the 30-minute. Let's go to the 15. We in the 15-minute. Yeah, this bear flag is forming nice though. Alright, so we got some nice heavy wicks here on the 15. And we having some good support here at the 25,025 zone, going all the way to, let's just say, the 25 zone, right? And the reason that I got this highlighted in gray, let's just take one step back to the 1 hour and go back in time, and we can see exactly why I have this zone highlighted. And that is because right here. All right. So it's actually going back to right here. So from September 22nd, we had this choppiness. So we had this pop, right? So we had the 9:30 morning pop into this range, and then pretty much for the entire fucking day, from 12 o'clock to the next, into pre-market, we had all of this chop in the zone, and then we had a little breakdown. Then we had this push up, which gave us rejection right in this area, which eventually it tried to push up and then got some rejection, but then finally it pushed up, which became support, which also became support with these long wicks, but ultimately became support, which ultimately became support, which became rejection, which became a retest, rejection, and then cool, and then support. So yeah, this area is fucking significant. All right, which brings us to present day. So we definitely need to break this to the downside. If you could break this to the downside, do something like this, and then you're gonna do like one of these, and then maybe like one of these, and then bing, bong. I'll take that. But right now, what you're doing is that you're setting me up with this nice bear flag. So now I just need to see if you're going to complete that. If you're going to complete that, listen, I'm right there with you. We in sync, baby. We are in sync. All right, so that's what we're looking at on the hour. On the hour, we're really putting emphasis on this bear flag. With the exception of that, it's just more emphasis on exactly what it is that I was looking at before. But now that I'm looking in on the 1 hour, even if we get this retest on these lows, like look at all this noise here. Nothing here is clean. Like, we got a location right there at the 25,570. We have another location about right over here at the 25,658. I mean, that's a whole 100 points. So that's still a good fucking move. We could still bust the move. All right, so we'll just keep that in mind. So these levels that I have from way back, actually those levels came from over here and over here. They're still intact. That's all you're doing is just giving me confirmation. So now let's just zoom into the 15-minute. 15-minute, we see a little bit more magic. And once again, bear flag. We might just get the rejection somewhere around here, around the 25,173. That's looking like the ideal place to get the rejection if we are going to go to the downside. Somewhere in this little pink zone that I have indicated, anywhere between the 164s and I have the 180s. So we'll just call it within this 10 points right here. If we could see a nice rejection on this bear flag right here, this is not even clean because too many wicks. Yeah, I know we're breaking. We have some of the wicks breaking this trend line, but that's cool. I won't be committed to this trade until it actually gets below this 24,935. Like, you give me a nice solid candle on the 5-minute that sits below this, then I'll be interested in taking a short. because we could take a short here from the 934s to the 816s. It's more than 100 points. So that trade will look something more like this. Oh, nope, not that. Like this. It'll be a sell. More refined to there and to there. Let's clean this up a little bit. We'll just put this in the future as a bigger play. Maybe I might put this as my runner. We'll see. But as of right now, it's still forming. And I don't need to go any lower than the 15 minute, to be honest with you. Because the only time I'm going to go into the 5 minute or the 2 minute is when I'm ready to take the trade. And so I think we're good for now. All right, so that's it. That's it for the NASDAQ. Let's jump to the ES. The ES, baby. You see, I rarely trade the ES, but I understand what people are saying. The ES is a lot cleaner. You know what? I think I want to take a motherfucking leak. Oh man, I love being alive. Fucking life is so good. This is real talk, and this is real talk. Like, as long as you got your health, you got a roof over your head, and you're not starving, dude. Like, just appreciate shit. Like, I just finished talking to my dude. Actually, we're just texting. like I had my mom's, and she had passed away from cancer. And then my man, he was going through it. Like, he had cancer. You know, young dude, about my age. You know, like, I'm 45. I'm pushing 46. I'll be 46 in March. And he's actually my man's little brother, so he's like 44. And he had colon cancer, man. And he fucking beat that shit. You know, I look at him, and I have a great respect for him. Because I know, like, something like that, battling something like that isn't easy. You know, we had a conversation, texting back and forth, you know, and I was just telling him, like, some of the things that I wish that I know now, like I knew back then, so I can, like, help my mom when she was going through what she was going through. And, you know, the appreciation that I have. You know, and he was like, yo, dude, I just want to look forward. I just want to continue, like, loving and living life. And I'm like, I feel you. I feel you. You know, everybody's built differently. Everybody's built differently. You know, so I think that's how he's built, and I definitely respect him for that. So with that said, man, understand your value. Understand the value of the life that you have. And just know, like, fuck this trading shit at the end of the day. And this is not gonna make or break you. Your health can't be replaced. It can't be bought. It can be fixed for a price, depending. But you know how many multi-billionaires would give up the entire fortune to switch places with you? So appreciate yourself, man. Alright. That's my little rant. Let's just get back to the markets now. Alright, so we're under ES right now. I like to fuck with micros. Let's just go to the 4 hour real quick. Let's take a look at it. Alright, looking at this 4 hour. Boom, 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 boom. Oof. Yeah, we all see it. I don't know if you see it like how I see it. I'm going to go to the hourly. I just want to make sure what I'm seeing correctly. Yeah, you see it? I do see it. Alright, so I'm going to have to fix some of these levels as we speak in. So I want to fix that. I want to fix that. And I actually think I want to refine that. Yeah, that's on the hourly. I want to refine that. Alright, just real quick, look at the 30 minute. Back to the hourly. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so what I'm looking at is relatively close in nature. Okay, we can keep that. We can keep that. Okay, there we go. Alright, so just real quick, looking at the hourly. So you know what's funny is that this trend line that I drew on the ES, that's the exact trend line that I drew for the NQ. Right? Right now I'm just waiting for it to crack this trend line. Once it cracks this trend line, it'll show a break of structure. Because if it corrects the trend line, so right now we're here. So then we can correct a trend line is from down here. Our break of structure will be. Are we in the break of structure already? Because we fucking broke this line right here? But I find that hard to accept because of the fact that we dipped here once and now we're here twice. I guess the only way that this can be a break of structure is if it goes up here for the retest and a rejection. That would have to be it. But then I have these short-term levels here. Am I being naive but not looking at the big term? I'm hating that right now. But to simplify it, just looking at the structure, that's what it would be saying. Shit. Yeah, I hate that right now. So you know what the problem is. So here's the problem. The problem is this. Is that we had all of this downplay today. This made the entire market look fucking weak. Real talk. It made the market look weak. In addition to that, it's trying to give a bias to a thesis just by having what's the term that's being used? Like as it's not the confluence and it's not the confirmation. It's more of the short-term bias confirmation. So this is the most recent thing that's happened. So this might be the bias that's in the back of my mind right now, which I'm trying to be aware of. So it's like I'm looking for some ooh, wow, this liquor is kicking in because I'm really searching for my words right now. But confirmational bias, right? It's like because of the short-term downtrend that happened today, which was like 600 points, I'm like looking for some confirmational bias, which I'm really not trying to play into. I'm trying to be neutral. I'm trying to see, all right, if it's going to the upside, then this is what I'm looking for. If it's going to the continuation to the downside, then this is what I'm looking for. But at least I'm aware, right? But with that said, it looks like there might be some more downside because of this orange zone, which looks like a break of trend, or is the break of trend on this trend line. I guess we'll just have to see. But we'll just keep those things in mind moving forward for the next few days. Listen, tomorrow's Friday. I'm not sure if it's the was it bewitching, where we have options expiring of all types of expirational dates or periods, or if it's just like another regular Friday. But due to the fact that the market just reopened, but fuck, due to the fact the market just reopened, due to the fact that we had a lot of like closures between these lending companies because they were like over leveraged and they were lending doing like sub auto prime financing, whether it was that tricolor. I don't know if y'all familiar with that shit, but this is what's been going on. We had quite a few banks, or not banks, but leverage companies go under. Lending companies, I should say. Do your research into it. I highly recommend it. It might save you a boatload. Because long term, maybe buy some gold. Just trading shit. Just might put a couple of dollars in your pocket. That's about it. Alright, so let's finish up with MES. We're at the 4 hour. We see that there's still a bit of a downtrend coming to the trend line. Going to the 1 hour. It's really right in this green zone that I have indicated. As far as the week goes, where's the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? All right, so we got the Monday lows right over here at the 6800s. We have the Tuesday lows right over here at the 6830s, and then we have the Wednesday lows right over here at the 6850s, and then Thursday it broke down. So then, I mean, yeah, that's beautiful, but that's after the fact. I didn't see it because I was not looking at ES at all today, right? We'll just keep that for maintenance. But now let's zoom into the 30-minute. I just want to look to see what's the major level that I'm looking for. It looks like the major level that I'm looking for within the ES is this level right here. Anywhere between the 6812s to the 6800s. I think anywhere there is where I'll be looking to see if maybe we can get it long. Because if we get it long above those 6810s, then I might be looking for it to go to 6840s. That would be a nice play. But let's see if we can make it up there. We're following the path of least resistance because I am a fucking electrician. To the downside, I'd be looking for rejection off of this bear flag that would be forming right now, just like in the NASDAQ. So as we can see, we have a bear flag forming right here. So if you can give me anything on this, if you can give it to me to the downside, not too much to ask, right, market? Like, because this is the path of least resistance right here. Take a boom, maybe a boom with a boom boom, or I'll even take a straight down move. You give me a straight down move, I'll jump in. I have no problems with that. Like if you give me a down move straight up like that, I'll jump in on the lows with the stop probably above the 66s. But I would definitely jump in. All right, so that's on the ES. Once again, do I need to go to the 15-minute? Nah. I'll jump in closer when I'm closer to a trade. But right now, you're only gonna make me want to get into a trade if I zoom in and I see the candles making this movement. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucking missing out. Nah, fuck that. Alright, let's just make sure that we have. Alright, so we got it to the upside sent out. Let's get it to the downside sent out. Alright, so to the downside, honestly, I want to see a break like this region right here. Bringing my stop right about there. Bringing my target, my TP. Yeah, I'll take that. All right. I haven't taken a look at gold in a while, but we can do that tonight. Well, hello. How you doing? Let's take a step back. Oh, you making my fucking lines look obsolete, bro. I got this line from the top. I got this line from the bottom. I got this line from the top. And this is a whole zone right here, which is exactly where you at. And you hit the low, went to the high of this next top, which is from right here, came down, and now you're going back up to that top, which was this low. See that wick? Yeah, you see that wick. That was from October 17th. Yo, real talk though, bro? Alright, let me move this forward. But real talk, this is fucking clean. Because clearly, if
if you break above the 42.35s to the 42.50s, that's gonna look nice. Next stop, 4,300ish. Let's zoom in. Yeah, I see what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing. But the only way that something like that can work out for you, which I really don't see happening, is if you can somehow bring me back to a long hair. If not, you gotta figure these contracts in the future out yourself. I'm only here to help, but for so long. What the fuck? Yeah, answer it. Yeah, hello? Hold on a second. Oh, they hung up. Alright, now to the downside. We just looked at one side of gold, and we're still in the 1 hour. See, I have recommendation, but I want to make sure. I want to make sure of something. So I have a friend that reached out to me, and I just want to make sure that they didn't have an issue based off the quality of the food. But check this out. Check this out. Like, you see how we see another bear flag right here forming? So I'm not sure exactly where this is going to form at, but at the event that this does form and it gives me a leg down like this, I'm jumping on it. I'm straight jumping on it. And then maybe might give some continuation like this. So, like, that would be dope. And then that trade would look something like this. Right here at this level. And then my stop would be up here. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not what I wanted. I wanted short. Right there, short. Boom. So that's that. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. you know she canceled? She wasn't feeling well. That was on Monday. I got you. All right. Yeah, I said good night. No. No, I'm gonna say. Alright. Holy shit. She just made that weird. Alright, did the market move at all? Where we at? Yeah, fucking nothing, bro. It's fucking whack. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, you see, we're just fucking slowly moving higher. It's fucking nothing here. Like, let's see. Here on the NQs. We have some consolidation to the bottom. On the short term, we have some consolidation to the top. This is trash. How about gold? Oil? I didn't do a thesis on oil yet. I haven't looked at oil in a while. Getting fucking tired of this shit. It's fucking been sitting here for a fucking hour. No fucking movement. Shit is trash, man.